Hello and welcome back to Evolving Ginger Gameplay. My name is Cliffy and today we're continuing with episode 14 of our Wessex playthrough where we started in the year 867. If you're rejoining or this is your first time, we're going to just go through a quick recap of the biggest events. So right now the main thing is that we have another Northman army coming in. They are trying to take over our recently conquered Earldom of Mayo. At the end of the day, if they take that over, it's not the end of the world, but I will try to defend the territory and defeat them. I've called in our allies, which is our sister's kingdom in Wales, and our husband's army in Orkney. I think our best chance is to raise all our forces in Mayo and wait for them to try to land here. And they will have the recently disembarked penalty, and I think that might be our best shot, although they will outnumber us by about 3,000 troops. That being said, we're trying to figure out how to deal with Alba, as they just recently conquered Desmond, or I think it was the whole duchy actually. Desmond, yeah, it was the Duchy of Munster from us, and I think they might have already had one of these, but regardless, so we're going to jump right in. We're going to go ahead and raise all our forces over here. We're going to do it preemptively, even though I don't know where their armies are. And then we just want to make sure that we have a good leader. So we'll try to wait till the last second, but alright, here they come. We're going to try to merge them, hopefully, ideally right before they land. And then we're going to try to repel them immediately upon their arrival. Alright. We're going to have... Alright, so we just got them split, and we're going to catch them on this hill. So we have a plus 24 advantage, but they do outnumber us. Let's drop down a little bit, but this is also... I believe this is more of their special units. It looks like our allies are coming in, so we should be able to win here. Our knight was slain by an enemy soldier, unfortunately. And 50% victory, and now their secondary army is coming in. And we should still have the advantage here. And the war's over. Let's take a look at prisoners. We did not catch anyone. We can enforce demands. And we will get 350 prestige. Our allies will get 150 prestige each as well. Or they might have been split. Regardless. So we did lose one of our knights. Oh well. It's unfortunate, but... Alright, so we've successfully defended that against the Northman army. And what I was thinking is... I think all these wars are... Yeah, he's really far away. For some reason, it's telling me about people we could fight very far away. And who are you? I guess you're in our court. Oh, they have a claim in our territory and over there. Interesting. Oh well. Something to keep an eye on. We could create some titles. We'll hold off for now. We're in line to inherit some titles as well. I think what I might do, though, is... Alba can't declare war on us for another few months, although they outnumber us heavily. What I might do is fabricate a claim on Durham. Just to have in case we ever see the right opportunity. Actually, you know what? Instead of going for Durham, let's take a look at duchies if we can. Let us... It's unlikely to happen, but... Actually, let's also just take a quick look to see which one of these is better. 6... So I guess ideally we would get over here. Galvey is still ours. I'm just wondering, so if I fabricate a claim here, we'd just get the county, which isn't the worst thing. Because it has good development. Alright, yeah, you know what? Let's try to get Durham. It's in our territory, has good development, has some buildings there as well. Now, he has a truce with us for another 15 months. At the end of that, there's not much stopping him from declaring war on us, unfortunately. Lead to gold. The transmutation of lead to gold has long been the dream of alchemists across the world. Though many have attempted such feat, nobody's known to have succeeded. Despite this, I've come across some notes written in the margins of a book about plants that claim that one can create golden rain by boiling lead sugar in a filtered solution of seaweed ash. Could such a thing be possible? So if nothing else is worth investigating, I might gain a learning lifestyle perk. These scribbles are clearly a nonsensical prank. Might lead us down a path of cynicism, but we would gain local thinking for 5 years, giving us +1 to learning, and we would gain 23 stress. Or I will not be tempted by the promises of witchcraft. If nothing else, it is worth investigating, just for that possibility of getting a trait, because unfortunately with our learning we only have 2 out of the 4 stars possible for learning, so anything we can do to get more growth there. And actually we have a lot of stress, so let us call a hunt. Let's call a hunt and lower some of our stress, because it's starting to get up to dangerous-ish levels. I have a scheme to sway him. Alright, so lead to gold. The first reagent I need to obtain is lead sugar, an ingredient used to sweeten wines. I can find a supplier to import what I need, though it would be expensive. Alternatively, I can cheaply manufacture my own burning metallic lead and dissolving the ashes of vinegar. So one must spend money to make money. We spend 90 gold and you obtain the lead sugar. How can I learn if other people do all the work? Possible outcomes. You create the lead sugar without incident. You gain 100 learning lifestyle experience. You gain chronic headaches for 20 years, which is a moderate health penalty and stress gain. You gain 25 learning. On second thought, this is a bad idea. So we could take the 50 learning lifestyle experience, which would not be bad. Not that that puts a big dent into it or anything, but you know what? I'm very curious to see what this leads to, even though I think it's kind of a waste of gold, but you're a trained healer. Can I recruit you? For 30 gold. Who is our current physician? No, he has the physician trait, but he's also a knight. If I took him, if I recruited you for 30 gold, I would then have to pay you 10. You're a herbalist. You have really good learning. I think let's recruit her at least, I guess. Spending a lot of gold here, so lead to gold. The second reagent I need to obtain is seaweed, a lot of seaweed, 100 drams, shredded and then dried. Where can I get such a substantial amount? I can just use my lead to sweeten wine instead. We gain 45 gold, 75 prestige, and 50 learning lifestyle experience. Could demand a seaweed tax. We spend 150 prestige. Let's do that. We have some extra prestige. Hunt, filling a beast. You would think it a creature from myth, perhaps a god disguised in animal form. It's the largest stag I have ever seen. Even after the beast was wounded, the chase lasted half a day. Still an imposing sight lying dead before me. I could sell it for 90 gold and recap our gold for this whole wine or lead to gold thing. We could give it as a gift to our vassal, Duchess Edinburgh of Kent. However, we have pretty good relations with her, so it probably won't be that. I could have it stuffed and sent to the Pope. It's the Pope's opinion of us. -2, and it's we'll sell it for a fine price of 90 gold. Although I do wonder if in the future if you will be able to... there's a peasant uprising. Surprised that he needs our help, but... So... where are they revolting? Yes, but where? Oh, they're there. So let's go ahead and we'll just raise. It is there. No, alright, let's get out of that. Keep clicking on the wrong thing. Let's just raise our men-at-arms, which should be more than enough. And we return from the hunt, we gain 150 prestige. We do still have a decent amount of stress though. Lead to gold. At last I have all the necessary reagents to produce the golden rain. The lead sugar is safely stored in waterproof casks. The cords of dried seaweed are stacked in the furnace, ready to burn. Will this be my magnum opus? Probably not, but... So we can do... What am I doing? This is stupid and gain 100 learning lifestyle experience and logical thinking for 10 years. Or begin the experiment, in which case we might manage to create golden rain, which wealth and glory are ours. Gain 1 learning lifestyle perk. Or the formula does not work as expected, but what did I create instead? And gain 50 learning lifestyle experience. We've made it this far. I'm going to begin the experiment. So, lead to gold. Upon mixing the lead sugar into the boiled seaweed ash, the mixture certainly turned a vibrant yellow. While I did not manage to actually produce gold, while I did not manage to produce actual gold, I did find that my solution can be used as a dye which rivals saffron in brilliance. Selling this dye will allow me to recoup some of my costs. Yes, it will. Oh, we did gain the 1 learning lifestyle perk, which makes this whole endeavor 1000% worth it in my eyes. So we could take... I still don't know how to pronounce that. I think it's pedagogy? I don't know. We could take scientific for the cultural fascination progress, plus 35%. We could take open-minded, different culture opinion, plus 15. Ignore negative culture opinion, yes. Which would lead us towards apostate and planned cultivation. We could take faithful and make the bishops like us more. Don't really have to worry too much about converting faith at the moment. So I'll probably stay away from this tree. We take anatomical studies. Court physicians cost less to hire. Court physician treatments better outcomes. Wash your hands would be good. Carefree would be good. I do have a good amount of stress, but I think... Just a little curious about... You're Catholic and Norse. Wonder if we could convert him. Well, you're of a different... Yeah, you're Irish and insular, so I would not want him to be taught by you. What about Cuthbert? Well, either way, let's get you educated with someone that's of our faith. And we'll do the same over here, just to make things a little bit easier for ourselves down the line. Excellent. And let's do the same here. My half-sister would be good, except I'd prefer someone with Anglo-Saxon. I'm curious. Let's convert. Oh, yeah, let's go for it. He has terrible learning, but I'm very curious. Do we take open-minded? Let's take... What are we doing here? We're working on Banis. 22 years. City planning, 239. We're going to get Castaspella and 4, thanks to the exposure with the Sicilians. No, I think I'm overthinking this, so I think the stress gain would be good for long term. Let's take... Alright, we'll take scientific for now. Because then leading... That gives us planned cultivation, which is always good. I really like this tree, the scholar tree. And then, but I might skip down into the whole body tree for a little bit. Alright, so we have a good commander. Let's move out. We'll be able to defeat them hopefully rather easily. Knock on wood. Minus 10 advantage because their commander is really good. I would love to capture him and recruit him. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Oh well. Alright, we'll wait for the war to end, which should be any minute. Wish I could, like, ransom him and bring him onto my court, but oh well. Actually, can I see your prisoners? No. Oh well. Alright, so we're still kind of in a holding pattern. We are getting a decent chunk of gold. If Alba declares war on us, there's not a whole lot we can do. They are attacking in the Holy War. I'm surprised I didn't hear about the Holy War. Cantabria. Where is that? Iberian Peninsula. So Asturias. Okay, there's a Holy War ongoing there. West Francia was embroiled with Frisia, which is still ongoing. Okay. Let's take a minute here and look at potential alliances. So who is your father? I mean, we could potentially try to, well, I guess we only have sons, so that wouldn't work, but we could try to marry into the Byzantine Empire. However, that is very far away. On the other side, wonder, what's, be accorded to male preference, can't pronounce that, primogeniture? Your oldest child inherits all your titles, but okay. Be very interesting to see. I doubt he would do this. Yeah, minus 94. Why does everyone think we have too many alliances? I have 2 alliances. How's Wales doing? Doing okay. They are losing in another Holy War. Interesting. Alright, well, for now, there's still not much we can do if Alba was to declare war on us, so... Does have some claims, nothing too crazy on our territory at least. But that does not necessarily mean that one of his subjects also does not have a claim on us. We can imprison some criminals, which I don't really care about at the moment. Neighboring ruler won the war, alright. So how close are we? I wonder if I should switch out of this, but I'll probably just let it going. Alright, domestic affairs, that's good. You're collecting taxes, so I want to get that up to about 1,000, then I'll feel good. Maybe I should switch you to train commanders for the time being. Let's do that. You're 51. I wonder if I should also... Let's take a look at our... You have a useful county claim. Your children any good at stuff? No. I mean, I could recruit him, but he's a little bit on the older side. It's ailing him. You're a good steward, but no. Let's not too worried about it. Member of your family, but not on the right side, but your children are. This is my cousin. Member of my family. Let's take a look at this. I wonder if we have any chance. No. No, we have some cousins in Italy that are doing quite well for themselves, so that's good. Ready? Let's take a look at knights, see if there's any, if we can invite knights yet. Let's go ahead. I don't think we have the best knight situation, so... Our hook on Earl Ragnar's expired, that's fine. Yeah, we could use some knights. Definitely could use some knights. Let's also just take a look. Okay, there's no one I'm too concerned about fighting for us at the moment. That's fine. A knight has arrived. He's 40. He's got good stats and skills. Let's recruit him. Excellent. Alright, so we're good there. Let's take a look at knights again, see if there's anyone with, like, Cuthbert. You're 45. I wonder if we should get you married to someone. Doesn't need to be anyone of particular importance, but let's just pause it for a second in case someone pops up. Where is traits? Why am I blind? Alright, inheritable. Ooh, the Great Pox. So, she's 40. She's a genius. But on the older side, unfortunately. Let's... Sure, let's do that. Wait, do you have any claims? No, should be fine. Don't want Cuthbert to accidentally get, like, pulled away somewhere. Alright, and then let's do the same thing with you. And you can do quick. Do you have any claims? No. Alright. Excellent. Alright, so then Dorset. Winchester has 11 development. Dorset has 13. It's currently growing. Oh, it has 0 growth, but has a ton of percentages to potentially grow. Winchester's growing. And then what's our other one? Somerset? I guess we lost all the other ones to inheritances. A shameful truth has reached the light of day. My vassal Duchess Yorn has copulated with her lover Reeve Aelfweird. This crime cannot go unpunished. And this is just about that. Can I ransom you out of my prison for 100 gold? Let's go ahead and do so. And then we get a claim on Durham. That's going to upset some folks up there. And then you're a powerful vassal. You're my sister, right? Half sister? No, that is my sister. What did you inherit? Oxfordshire and Berkshire, so I could give it to my sister, but she likes us. She does not like us. Oh man, you're diplomatic. That's why. We'll still give it to her. That's fine. She's the best diplomat out of them. She also doesn't like us if we don't have her in that position, so that's fine. Do I want to upgrade this? That's a good chunk of gold. I think I want to get up to 1,000 again. At least that gives us the option to hire a good chunk of mercenaries, as we've seen. So we could hire about 2,000 troops for about 800 gold. The reason why 1,000 is then that would give us a good buffer in case our military expenditures are a bit higher. It's only at 13.2. And the other thing I want to do down the line here is increase these sizes, or actually just create a new regiment. What do we have? We have armored footmen, light footmen, bowmen, onagers. I should probably throw in like a pikeman regiment, or I would love to throw in some horsemen, but is there a way to see future men-at-arms? It's probably under culture. Battlements, nope. Burrs. What's the March feudal contract? Nope. Horseshoes, movement speed plus 10. Mangonels, nope. Household soldiers, size of men-at-arms regiments plus 3, max number. Arch saddle can recruit armored horsemen as men-at-arms. I mean, we might try to get armored horsemen. I mean, that's a lot of negatives for like hills, mountains, desert mountains, wetlands, and winters. So we'd have to be a little bit careful there. Let's also just look at Alba's army. They have light footmen, light horsemen, pikemen, and armored footmen. Their allies have a lot of horsemen. So archers counter skirmishers. They're skirmish. Alright, so these counter heavy infantry. These These don't seem to counter anything. Oh no, they counter spearmen. Just wonder... Going in a unit of pikemen might be worth it, but we'll wait and see. You're a knight with 22. Let's go ahead and recruit you. You're a good chunk of gold, but that's fine. So you have 200, 500, 1,000. We have 900. I think maybe we do create pikemen here. Let's create a unit of pikemen. It doesn't cost us a ton of gold. That just gives us the option of countering. So alright, so we're still on a bit of a holding pattern. What to do with our popish friend here? There's nowhere where we can convert faith. We can convert faith there if we want, so why not? That'll help out our Earl and Mayo. It will take 6 years. I don't know if he'll stay there for the whole 6. I could also try to get a claim on in France again, as we did lose Brittany in a prior episode, unfortunately. I mean, he didn't actually get a most miraculous fish. A local fisherman from Somerset, Edwine, has come before me claiming to be able to cook an enchanted supper. Supposedly he catches dream fish from a secret spot and performs strange rituals upon them. He then serves their heads with each fish, inspiring ecstatic visions for days after consumption. The fisherman wrings his hands as he looks at me, eyes alight with greed and fear. So, we could gain... Prepare me one of your magical fish. There's a 40% chance we gain uplifting visions of the afterlife with +6 for learning. Or we get horrifying visions of the afterlife, which would give us +6 to learning, but a severe health penalty. This ritual, you must teach it to me, which we would increase our learning by 5, but we get a secret witch, and he joins as a loyal servant. There's also a chance that he flees my court. We gain the nickname the Fishy, which I don't think really does anything. Yeah, purely aesthetic. And we gain strange associates with strange peasants. Direct vassal opinion -5. Suffer not the witch to live, in which case he is burned at the stake. Never seen knave before. Can someone kindly remove this commoner? You gain aloof from the commoners. He's thrown up from my court embittered. I don't know if I want to risk having a witch upset with me. I would love that our learning to go up that much. However, the severe health penalty... What? I'll take aloof from the commoners. You're gonna be upset with me. That's fine. A knight has arrived. He is strong. Now recruit you to court. Let's recruit you to court. And... oh wow, my spymaster Reeve Werberg has accused my Marshal Fetich of having copulated with my mother birth. Such things cannot be accepted outside of marriage. Well, I don't know if any of them actually ended up in jail. We'll take a look. I think I can also... let's negotiate your release. You cannot be ransomed, but you have 50 gold. I mean, you're my mother. I'm not going to keep you in there. Give me a weak hook or take the vows. Loses 10 opinion of us for demanding that she take the vows. Gains trait monk. Gains 1 level of devotion, leaves the prison. You know what? Yeah, you're gonna have to... She's beautiful. She's a fornicator. Do we... We could banish her. You know what? Take the vows, mother. Alright, and then I think I will take... This is only for the counselor task performed by the steward, so we'd only get the benefit when we're actually doing that. And right now I'm focused on gold, so I think perhaps... Let's take anatomical studies for now, and then I'll try to take carefree. Just to lower our stress gain. And our mother's now a monk. Well, none, but same difference. Alright. I do also need to lose more stress somehow. But I don't want to spend the 200 gold on a feast, so hopefully something else pops up. So, still kind of in a holding pattern, so I might bump the, I'm not too concerned about him for the moment. It's -7, foreign culture group hatred will slowly keep going away, so eventually he will like us. He's set for that. Disrupt schemes. Definitely want you collecting taxes. So I think for now, let's go ahead and bump up the speed, because we are kind of in a holding pattern. We could declare wars, but none of them are wars that we would win, unfortunately. King Oscar is wounded and disfigured. Something must have happened in that war. He is feeling fine. His primary heir. Your hook. Oh. His primary heir is in my realm. Okay. But he's just in our realm. It's interesting that he is the primary heir for the Kingdom of Alba. That's so weird. His son cannot die before him, though, because if his son dies before, that would just completely mess up the inheritances, right? Let's take a look at High Chieftain, Kingdom of Ireland. I guess not, maybe. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Either way, though, we cannot fight them for the time being. A faction has been created against us. Of course, it's East Anglia, which has been a problem for a long time now. Comfort of a friend. There are a few things I enjoy more than Princess Juliana's company. She quietly listened to all my troubles, helping me put them in perspective, and after a while I realized that it wasn't as bad as I had imagined. After the short break, I feel more at ease than I had in a long time. I'm lucky to have a friend like Princess Juliana. And we lose 60 stress, which is excellent. Thank you, sister. You married a homely hunchback for your husband for whatever reason, who does not appear to have any claims except that he's the grandson of Wes. Ooh. I guess, like, maybe they might get some inheritance through that. But, I mean, that's... Well, good on you. You must have one hell of a personality there. Or, you know... Swing. King Oscar is not swayed, although he does like us a little bit, so that's fine. We're working on that. Maybe I'll leave it at 4. I think bad things happen when I bump it up to 5. Looks like Sweden. Ooh. I'm not familiar with this kingdom. And the game might have crashed. Nope. Sammy. Okay, or Sami. Bjarmeland has grown. It's ruled by a dwarf. Just one, I guess. Viking is small. Sweden appears to be at war. for some territory. It's rather small, but the island has shrunk. Skane has grown a bit. Denmark has shrunk dramatically. Okay. Greetings. So there's a child. So Moray is throwing a feast, and they're going to invite our children. How's our stress? Alright, we can send our children. That's fine. Let's also take a look. Oh, good. So Ulf of Derby, who is our knight, increased his martial by 1, so that's good. So he could still, let's also get rid of, set this to all, let's set it to alliance power. Who are you? I mean, he's way over on the other side, unfortunately. You're Franconian. Who's your liege? East Franconia. That's still very far away, unfortunately. Your liege is also very far away. Who are you? You're no one. I'm not sure why you popped up there. Right? Fallen. Yeah, there's no great marriage options for the time being. So your primary heirs are brother-in-law, granddaughter. I think if we arrange the marriage, there's a chance for inbred. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, there's a chance of their children being inbred, so we won't do that. What else? West Francia. We have a son. That doesn't really help us there. Your primary heir. You just have sons, unfortunately. Yeah. Asturias. Allied to West Francia. So your primary heir is him for some reason. I'm not sure why. You have children. And they're even your children. Right? Yeah. Why is he your heir? It is male preference, feudal, elective. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Let's just continue, I guess. Alright, so we're at 1,000 gold. So then I think I will build potentially. We're capped out there. We could build something there. I could go down. Oh, I didn't mean to actually. I must have clicked off it. Okay, good. So I've discovered that someone's inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected, so I could increase his taxes, which he's already not too fond of us. He already has high taxes. Let's get a weak favor hook, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Let's also look at factions. So there's our uncle, yep, continues to just be a pain. However, he is going to die soon, and our cousin's going to inherit his lands. So that's fine. And then East Anglia wants independence, but they're not a real threat at the moment. Uh-oh. Our sister is a fornicator, apparently, and she's pregnant. I think I missed the event for that, but... Learned of child heritage secret. Interesting. I'm a little confused, but oh well. I think she was checking to see if someone was actually who they said they were. I will forgive my sister. Can I do that? There was an option for it. I'm going to grant her a pardon. Yes. She's defending. She's helping defend in the war. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we're still just kind of sitting here waiting for something to happen. Still have it on a high speed, so this might just take out a bits of this. Let's take a look around though while we're waiting. Iceland has a good sized army. 4 years to convert the faith of Mayo, which we might switch back to religious relations, which maybe I should be doing anyway, just for the extra piety, but that's fine. King Oscar is still not swayed by our attempts. We're being raided. It's a rather small raiding force, but let's go ahead and put a stop to that. Just go ahead and raid. Let's not put it there. Let's put it here so that they're on the right side of the river. We'll raise all men at arms. The Independence faction has gone away for some reason. I wonder if it's just because he didn't have enough support. Also just seems like something dropped. It says pretty. Oh, we are pretty, I guess. Interesting. Is this... I feel like the former... Did someone just die? 972... he's our vassal. He's been our vassal for a bit, I think, yeah. Alright, a little confused. Oh, so he just changed culture, that's why. Okay. That's why he likes us more now. Alright, so we'll win this battle. Or raid, at least. Our counselor just died, so that was our steward. So let us make... we're gonna make our sister our steward. She has the best skills out of anyone. Let's also go ahead and disband this army. And I think what I might do is, since we're at such a high level, we're going to increase development in our capital for now. And then once we get to about 250, there's a dangerous faction again. Why are there 3 members in this faction? How many troops do you have? You have 3,000, you have 1,500, and you have 1,000. Kent. If I put... I can't wait for him to go away. Because he has been... Can I imprison him? I need to just like capture him and leave him in jail because he keeps just causing all kinds of issues for me. I mean, I have the gold to hire mercenaries, but this would be a great time for Alba to attack us again. Could I send you gold? I'm not making that mistake again, though. Oh, they need, the threshold's 80%. Is there anything I could do to stop them? I could make him steward, potentially. It would upset our sister. Let's give it a shot. 11 years for development growth. Alright, let's see if that gets rid of the dangerous faction, though. It would be worth it. It might not be enough, though. We'll see. One of our knights... Oh, you know what? That is an excellent point. Sway infiltrators, where it is not worth it for the time being. Let us switch our counselor over to increasing or organizing our levies, so that our levy size will be larger. Just so we can have more potential troops for this. So he's a foreign culture group, because he's Bavarian. I could offer to... I need to keep a closer eye on all these vassals' cultures, I guess. So what are you? You're Anglo-Saxon, you're Bavarian, you're Irish, but you're not actually a lord, so that's fine. Which, actually, should I make one of you? No. That's fine. Let's also take a look at court real quick. Is there anyone here of particular use? We're going to take open-minded, because that difference on the culture might actually make a difference here. Let's take a look again. Different culture opinion, plus 15. Ignore negative culture opinion, yes. Let's now take a look at factions. Duke Wolfram is now at plus 50, so hopefully that is enough to knock him out of the faction. He can no longer convert the faith there. Looks like also Cornwall's involved in a war. There's a Liberty War. Cornwall should be fine. Alright, so you still don't like us a lot. He's up to plus 50 though, come on. That should be more than enough. It looks like discontent's actually dropping. Oh no, they can send an ultimatum at any time. We did get an event that increased our sun. Oh, nope. Yes. Alright, excellent. There's no longer enough power for an ultimatum to be sent. Bleeding out. Quick sip of water. Bleeding out. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary. And a severely injured soldier is brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? Fedek is nowhere to be found. Or Fedek? Fedek? Let's go with Fedek. Fedek is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as if she stepped out thin air, my Chancellor Dorsjoren is at my side. She rolls up her sleeves and looks at me. Hand me the tourniquet. She would become my friend. We gain 50 learning lifestyle experience. And this man would join our court. He is club-footed. He's severely injured, which is impeding some of his stats, unfortunately. Step back. This is my patient. She loses 10 opinion of us. I saved the soldier all by myself. We gain 300 learning lifestyle experience. He joins our court. We got a strong loyalty hook on him. Let him bleed. Oh wow, that's a pretty callous. So we could use her as a friend. We'd only get 150 learning lifestyle experience, but having her as a friend might be very beneficial in the long run. I'm kind of leaning that way. The fact that she would lose 10 opinion of us isn't great. She has a hatred of us still. But we could use a friend. We have too many factions that keep popping up. So we've successfully done it. We gained 50 learning lifestyle experience. She becomes our friend. We gain this gentleman. He's still wounded. So his prowess isn't great, but he's got, yeah. It's nothing wild there. Alright, so discontent's going to keep dropping. When he dies, we won't have to worry nearly as much about potential factions for independence and all that. Alright, that being said, you're not great at increasing development. I wonder if I should put you into Bath. Well, Bath has 10 development. Yeah, we'll leave it be. We do have that 250 gold I was talking about, so I wonder if I should upgrade the barracks. And or build something, build one in. Let's just take a quick look here. Tax, also raid time, defender advantage, levies, development growth, man of arm maintenance, light cavalry, light cavalry. I'm really planning on using light cavalry in the long run though. How about this? What does this do? Light cavalry, heavy cavalry, development growth, popular opinion, tax, supply, levies. Military camps, supply, heavy infantry, archers. So maybe we go for military camps. Because we have a barracks here, I believe. Well, we could always upgrade this one, though. Actually, I'm thinking on it. Let's go ahead and actually bump up our pikeman regiment to a larger size. Alright, so King of West Francia is dead. It looks like it did split into Aquitaine and Western Francia. There is a Galician Catholic uprising. Is that near Paris, it looks like, right? No, Paris is over here. Oh, in Chalon's region. It's interesting that this part of Aquitaine became part of Aquitaine. He has some decent allies. Yes? No. Married. Also married. Yep. West Francia. You have a prince. Let's also just take a look at that. Get rid of that. You're my vassal. My brother-in-law who's intelligent. Yep. You have a bunch of claims, but no actual land, it would seem. Who's your liege? Primary heirs, our brother-in-law. You're not the father, so you must be... I wonder if we would get... She's my sister-in-law. You're my brother-in-law. What's the relation? I don't know. Maybe it's through the Alba side. Doesn't matter. Getting caught up there. We could imprison... Daniel is old enough to be wed, apparently. I think I missed that. Weren't we educating you? Oh, that's our brother, Daniel. Okay. So if I did this, would we get an alliance? I don't think so. He would get an alliance. I think she's blind, yeah. Alright, so let us... Daniel, who would we want you to get married to? His claims on the following. So, that would give us a weak alliance, but I don't know if we really want that. We'll wait, because I don't think we would actually get any alliances from him marrying. We could also just allow him to marry, right? Alright, we'll leave that be for now. Alba has won a war for the Duchy of Munster. Oh, it was a Northman invasion. Let's also just take a look at Alba. Their troop numbers are dramatically have dropped. Why is that? Something happened here. Why are your troop numbers so low? And we have joined the early medieval era. New innovations are available. I think we'll still try to finish these off. I think it's because we're in the year 973. But let's try to finish off. So it looks like we did get Casus Belli. Can use individual de jure county Casus Belli. We're working on Banis, which we'll get in about 4 years, and then we'll go for city planning. I'm not concerned at all about herds. Okay, and then we'll start to go down the early medieval tree. That being said, I don't know why they are so weak for the time being. This is 9,000 though. Because I could have sworn that was at 4. Oh, it is at 4,000, but they still have a lot of mercenaries and levies, so we're still a little bit south of their troop numbers, unfortunately. But we're actually getting close. We're starting to get close to Alba, so... Unworthy peasants. While I was in the castle town with Luke, his attention was caught by a criminal chained in the pillory. Luke lifted his head, made a show of ignoring the criminal's begging, so he could keep the trait arrogant, which is not a good trait to have. Very low stress. We could give him compassionate, which is also not a great trait to have. Or he could get callous, which I'm leaning towards getting that. Let's have him get callous. I think callous is the better option out of them there. Who's educating you? We are. The Age of the World. I've been studying the ancient religious texts and the writings of scholars, and they all seem to agree that the world will end 6,000 years after its creation. By my calculations, we are less than a century away. However, my Archbishop Aelfric urges me to keep it to myself. Leave it to the clergy and avoid panic. What if your calculations are wrong? Everyone deserves to know the truth. We gain 50 learning and lifestyle experience, 150 prestige. We do spend 50 piety and our bishop loses opinion of us. He's a pretty good bishop too. A reasonable point. We gain 25 learning lifestyle experience, 250 piety. We do spend 75 prestige, and we might lead us down a path of zealousness. Or I should consult with more priests. Gain 100 learning lifestyle experience. I kind of like that option. Let's go for that. Well, I don't know if they'll actually do anything, but it's still interesting. I wonder if I should also try to fabricate a claim up here. He does like us slightly more, and he desires the Duchy Galvey, which I don't blame him for. The primary heir is still Lothian. Oh, wait. Okay, good. There's a lot of disfigurement going up there in Alba. What is going on? You have the king is disfigured. The Duke of Lothian's disfigured. The king's son is disfigured. Alright, you're severely injured. Your health is poor. So we're getting close. I do want to pin that. Because once you're dead, that might be our best option for... I wonder if I should fabricate a claim over here. Or I try in Lothian, maybe. I think we'll wait until we know for sure. Oh! Alright, King Oscar has died. This doesn't make any sense. Don't I have a claim on... Interesting, okay. So this gives us more options. Alright, well, I think on that note, the fact that Oscar just died just opened up our best opportunity possible for expansion. I am going to fabricate a claim and try to get Lothian territory, though. We're going to go for Dunbar. We're definitely declaring war on Ireland. I'm going to try to take as much as possible. If we can keep picking away at Ireland, keep picking away at Alba, what that will do is give us the potential for... Wait, it's still a ways off. There's still a lot that has to happen, but this is our greatest opportunity with a good ruler who's very young for a ruler to potentially create finally the Empire of Britannia. Is that what it's called? Empire of Britannia. Which we need 23 more duchies and a second kingdom title. Yeah, exciting. It was a kind of boring episode leading into it, but Luke's, is this our son? This is our son, and player. Okay, he's got good stats, that's good. and he's handsome. That being said, so a bit of a boring episode other than some minor events, including a witch, or I'm going to call him a wizard, who offered us some magical fish, but I sent him away. We had found the path that we thought might be able to create gold from lead, which did not work, although we did create a dye brighter than saffron. And we were able to successfully defend against a Northman army, which could pop up at any time, but that is something else we'll have to worry about down the line. And as I said, the biggest thing though is, why is the primary heir a bishop? I didn't even think that was possible. This bishop has a ton of claims. That's so weird. Oh, jeez. She had a lot of negative stats there. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Ooh, he has to give away some lands, too. Do you have any relatives with lands? No. Brother-in-law, no relation. Do you have any relation to us? No. Alright, well, I keep getting sidetracked as I try to quit, but thanks for watching, and until next time.